Hi. First, I would like to wish you a Happy New Year and many kilometers in 2026 and injury-free running. And I will start this video with probably the best shoe of 2025. I have personally doubts about this shoe after buying this kind of predecessor of Super Blast 2, but Megablast, I'm after 2 runs, I'm quite happy, and I think it's really the best training shoe that I have ever tried. This I will start with the specs. This one, they say it's 228 in the sample size 9, but in my size US 11, it was 261 gram or 9.1 ounces. So it's not the lightest one. About the heel stack, it's a maximum cushioned 45 millimeters heel stack and a heel drop of 8 millimeters. Also, you can see it's a good one. I was running a few times on a wet street and it was going okay. Its upper looks that it's not so durable. So upper might be an issue for these shoes. It's a good upper, not so heavy. It's good, but I think it might be an issue that it might be a bit after 300-400 kilometers that it might easily get damaged. But we'll see. Maybe it's just a wrong assumption. About the fit, I have a wide feet and it is great shoe for the people with wide feet. It's I didn't have to size up. I could even go half size down, but okay. I'm usually using US 11 and for this one I did also US 11. It was going fine. How does it run? So far I did 2 runs with this one. I would say semi-long runs, one of 15 kilometers, 9.5 miles. The first one. The second one just did it of the first day of the new 2026. I did about 21.34, so kind of half marathon distance, 13.23 miles. And to be honest, after the 2 runs, I'm quite happy with these shoes. I noticed that they are not the softest, but they have a very good energy return. And what I also like with this one, they are kind of pushing you to go in the steady pace, not on for easy pace or for recovery runs. Probably is not the best choice. But if you want to do a long run or run something on the pace that is your marathon pace plus 10-15 seconds per kilometer or per mile, then it's a great shoe. I was let's say yesterday, the first day when I ran the first few kilometers, they were a bit difficult because I was going kind of easy with a wind in my chest. So then I was doing something like 5:30, 5:40, and then I say, oh, I was expecting something more. This one is running same as Superblast 2. But at some moment when I try to run, it's faster, 5:15. It's about 8:30 per mile. Then I realized that is the pace that these shoes is really supporting, and that is the pace where you feel that these shoes is really running great. So I think that would be the usage of this one. Running kind of long runs that are kind of marathon pace plus 10 seconds per kilometer to 15 seconds per mile. That would be the real usage. And after running a half marathon with this one, and I can say that my legs are not tired. I was not really recovered. It was not really fresh after the New Year's evening. I didn't have a proper sleep. So with a bit sleep, not so good rested, I managed to run a half marathon, but my legs are not tired now. that is really good. That it's a really great shoe, and I could recommend it for long runs. I think I will go do all my long runs now in the preparation in the next weeks. My preparations to the Manchester, I will do not all, but many of them. I will do this with Megablast, and I think also it's a good shoe to race if you go to do some marathon about 4 hours for me, or if you just want to do just to finish the marathon. It's a good race. I wouldn't personally race because it's not illegal for racing. Not that I would be disqualified, because I'm not going to win the races, of course, but like that kind of principle. I want to race with the shoes that are legal. So maybe one of the usage for me could be, let's say, if I do when I will do the super half weekend on 28th and 29th, maybe I will run the first marathon with this one, because on the first marathon I'm not going to race. I will just finish it, and something like, if I did today 1:53, then I could do easily 1:45 with this one on half marathon, and that would be just steady plus run for me. And so that would be the usage. People chasing about 4 hours, they could definitely race with this one. It's a good one for the purpose. And that would be the usage. And also it's a good thing, but have you ever considered which shoe would you take when you go on vacation? Because in your vacation you're limited with the packing if you're flying. So that could be a great choice if you want to take only one shoe on vacation. On my last winter vacation, I was limited to one shoe, and then I took his older brother, Superblast, and that was quite a good choice for that kind of things. But this one is much better than the Superblast. So about that I would like to mention which are the competitions of this one. His older brother, Superblast 3, it's a bit heavier, and I have already done 400 kilometers with this one, 250 miles, and it's still doing good. It's really durable shoe, but energy return it's not so good, because there is other kind of foam there. By the FF Turbo Square is by the Megablast, and here is FF Turbo Plus, so it's a bit different foam. Another concurrent, these are the similar size, and now it's for great price, would be the New Balance Balos. This one is great shoe if you want to do that kind of steady run, long runs, and if you want a soft ride. The midsole is fresh from midsole, EVA midsole, so it's a bit softer. So people who want to soft run, they should also consider this one. And at this moment, it's on sale for 133 euros, and for 133 euros, I think you couldn't buy a better shoe on the market. It would be probably Evo SL on the sale, or Nova Blast 5, but for 133, this kind of shoe that was 220 is a great deal. So as a conclusion, I would say this is probably one of the greatest training shoes at this moment. Only thing is the price. I was lucky to get it with 20% discount, so I got it for less than 200 euros, and I would say it's a great shoe for 200 euros. Perfect. But giving 240 is a bit difficult decision. But if you're training for marathons, doing many 1 to 2 semi-long long runs per week, then it's a great choice, and I would highly recommend to take this one. So many happy kilometers, I would say, and consider this one if you are preparing marathon, and if you want that kind of ride the ASICS is giving. So this one is a good, not the softest, semi-soft firmer run with good energy return and perfect shoes. That would be for today, and one more time I would like to wish you many kilometers injury-free, many success on the races, and see you after a few days. I'm running the 10K this weekend, and I will give you the race review and tips and tricks. That's for today. Bye!